Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Welcome to the second class of the Excretory system of SSC level and O level biology, and in this video I shall explain primarily about the structure of kidney. As you know that in my first video that I was explaining what are the main content of this chapter and a little bit about the human excretory system. We know that the human excretory system is made up of two kidneys, two ureter, one urinary bladder and one urethra. And you know this figure well because this is a very primary level explanations, and those who are right now watching kidneys for the first time, I hope that this is something very beautiful. I mean, it's like a story and you understand the total process, you visualize the scenario, you will understand the process. So these two kidneys, and then this is the part of dorsal aorta. If you understand, this is dorsal aorta, and then from dorsal aorta renal artery is created, and then it enters to each kidney. So this is left kidney, so left renal artery and right renal artery, and this is the inferior vena cava. So through this vena cava, this is the renal vein, and this is renal vein which is entering from the kidneys. So then this renal artery, this is the ureter, and this funnel shaped organ is urinary bladder, and this one is urethra. You know from my previous video that I explained the excretory substance or the products are mainly 90% water, and some of them are like urea, uric acid and creatinine. And you know that what are our excretory product is urine, which is yellowish color, and the reason for its yellowishness is a pigment which is called urochrome. And in this video I will focus only on kidney. So this is the structure of kidney. I hope you already saw it. And this kidney, where it lies in the abdominal cavity. So we know that we have a thorax or thoracic cavity. So after we have a diaphragm, and then which is an umbrella like organ. So after that, in the back wall, either two sides of the vertebral column, these kidneys lies. So kidney lies in the abdominal cavity. So when we'll study about kidney, we need to know about it, the external morphology. So we have two kidneys in either two sides of the vertebral column, and it is situated in the abdominal cavity, and you see that the left kidney is slightly higher than the right kidney. Okay, physiologically the left kidney is situated slightly higher than the right kidney, and these kidneys, if I say that the color, okay, the color of the kidney, so we can say that first color of the kidney is reddish brown. So the kidney color is reddish brown, and of course one thing is important, the shape. This is actually the bean shaped structure. So we can say that this is a bean shaped structure and a reddish brown color. You know that this kidney is surrounded by a special fibrous membrane, and this is known about the renal capsule. So the structure of the outer membrane, which is actually enclosed by a special fibrous membrane, this is renal capsule. So the coverings of the kidneys, which is actually a peritoneal coverings, is known about renal capsule. You see the outer layer, the outer part of the kidney and the inner part of the kidney. It has two different names. The outer part of the kidneys is known about cortex. It's known about cortex, and the inner layer is known about medulla. Okay, this is very important. Just keep in mind something, that when we're studying about an organ, we need to know the basic first. So the outer layer is the capsule, and inside the kidney there is two layers, the outer layers. Inside that, this is cortex, and inside this is medulla. Okay, now you think this renal artery. So from the heart, the renal artery, I mean the dorsal aorta, is carrying blood and then it is entering to the kidney. So this is the renal artery, which is the reddish one. So it will enter to the kidneys, and this is the renal vein. That would be, I mean, we can exchange the color of course. It is entering to the kidney, and this one is removed from the kidney. So like this. So this one actually coming from the kidney, and renal artery is entering to the kidney. Okay. One thing is important. You see this kidney, there is an external, where you can say this is the external and this is internal. This external, it is bean shaped. This is a convex part. So we say this is convex part, and this one is the concave part. Concave part. Those who studied about the lens and mirror from physics, you know that the convex lens and concave lens are the part of spherical mirror. So this one is convex. So the convex part and the concave part. You must be interested in feeling that this concave part where the renal artery is entering, renal vein, and the ureter is coming from. This place is known as hilum. This known as hilum. So the part, the concave part of the kidneys where the renal artery is entering, renal vein and ureter is coming out from that place is known as hilum, or you can say hilus. Okay. So this is simply understandable. So in this case we need to know one more thing, that the physiology of kidney and what are the weight of kidney. In weight, in this case we can say that weight, or actually it should be mass, is 155, or we can say that 125 to 170 gram in male, the weight of the kidney, and in case of female this is 115 to 150 gram in female. So this is the mass of the kidneys in case of male and female, are slightly lower. The length of the kidney is about 11 to 12 centimeter, the length of the kidney. So we can say that it is actually 11 to 12 centimeter, and the width is 6 centimeter, and the thickness, so we can say the thickness of the kidneys is around 3 centimeter. So these are some quantity that we may remember when we'll study about kidney. So kidney is a bean-shaped organ, and this is a reddish brown color. The length is 11 to 12 centimeter, width is 6 centimeter, and thickness is 3 centimeter. And this is the convex part, and this is the concave part. So from the concave part, three actually things, that is renal artery is entering, renal vein is coming out, and ureter is coming out. So this is the ureter. We know we have two kidneys, two ureters, one urinary bladder and one urethra. Now you see this. You know that external layer, I mean this one is the cortex, and this one is the medulla. And in the medulla, you are watching that there is a triangular shaped organ. So this triangular shaped organ is known as this triangular organ. Okay, this is renal pyramid. So we can say this organ is renal. The part actually is not an organ. The renal pyramid. So renal pyramid, and this is the apex of the renal pyramid, which is projected to this hollow space, and this hollow space is known as renal pelvis. So we can say the hollow space is known as renal pelvis. So we can say this is renal pelvis. So this space, I mean each and every renal pyramid's apex is projected towards renal pelvis, because what is the function of kidney? Kidney is filtering blood, and it's actually filtering the nitrogenous substance like uric acid, urea and creatinine, and they should be eliminated from our body through a proper channel. And you know where actually the nephron lies. I'm coming up with that. You must need to know one thing, that this hollow space is known as renal pelvis. Some students may have a confusions about renal pelvis and hilus. Hilus is the part of the kidney, the concave part of the kidney, where renal artery is entering, renal vein, and hilus is coming out. But this is renal pelvis, where is a hollow space where all the projections of renal pyramids is coming out from this. So the outer part is cortex, the middle part is renal, and you know that 8 to 12 renal pyramids, or even 8 to 18. To me, it should be like 8 to 18 pyramids, or in your book it might written 8 to 12 renal pyramids are in each kidney. So in these kidneys, 8 to 12 or even 8 to 18 renal pyramid. In these kidneys also 8 to 12 renal pyramid. And of course in these kidneys we have 1 to 1.2 million 1.2 million nephron in each kidney. So we can say that both kidneys have at least 2 million or 2.4 million nephrons in both kidneys. So what is nephron? I'm coming up with the next video about nephron, but here I'm just showing you that nephron is just a nephron is actually, okay, can you see this? A very tiny part of the nephron is a structural unit where this is, I mean, I shall explain it later on. This is actually renal capsules. This is a glomerulus, and then this is a proximal convoluted tubule, and then this is a loop of Henle, and this is distal convoluted tubule, and then this is collecting tubule. And you know that each and every nephrons collecting tubules is projected towards renal pelvis. So every single nephron is filtering blood through its process, through its own channel. It has a Malpighian body, or you can say this is a renal corpuscle, and then there is a renal tubule, and through this process the blood is filtering. So some part of the nephron lies in the cortex, and some part lies in the medulla. Okay, this is very important. And you know that from the renal pelvis, the part which is actually coming out, this is ureter. This is ureter. So the red one is renal artery. The bluish one is renal vein. So it is entering, it is coming out, this is coming out. And the part where it is coming in and coming out, that is hilus. And the kidneys is enclosed by a membrane which is known as renal capsule. This is a special fibrous membrane, and the inside we have two parts, that is cortex and medulla. And the apex of the renal pyramid is known as renal papilla. So this is the structure. So when you draw this structure of kidney, And I'm requesting each and everyone, those are watching this tutorial, please try your level best to draw this picture with your own hand, because when there will be any questions on your question paper, you must draw this properly, accurately. I'm not a good artist, but you and those are watching this tutorial, you might have a very good skill than me. You can draw a fine art, and if you can draw, please send me some of your good pictures when you can draw it in my Facebook page that is given in the description box, which is Fahad's Tutorial Official. In this Facebook page, because I'm trying to connect the English version students and O-level students to come up in a single platform so that they can share their own things and can solve their own problems. So this is a very primary level explanations in case of kidneys. So if I can wrap up, so kidneys is an organ, excretory organ situated in the abdominal cavity, either on both sides of the vertebral column and in the back of the levels. And this kidney is about the bean-shaped reddish brown color, 11 to 12 centimeter length, 6 centimeter wider and 3 centimeter thickness. The spatial fibrous membrane is called renal capsule. The outer layer is known as cortex. The inner layer is known as medulla. Inside there is 8 to 12 renal pyramids, and all the projections of the renal papilla is towards the renal pelvis. So, and then from renal pelvis, the urines that is created from the collecting tubule, and I'll definitely explain about this collecting tubule, to the ureter, and this is the ureter. And then this ureter is storing this urine in the bladder, and when it has a specific capacity of bladder like 250 ml to 300 ml, and then this bladder will eliminate this urine through the urethra. So in case of male reproductive system and female reproductive system, if you see, I mean, in case of excretory system, in case of both male and female, things are similar. And whenever you study about kidney, try to memorize the figures. What is capsule, what is papilla, what is pyramid, what is hilum, what is the ureter. All these things are very, very essential. So see you in the next video with the structure of nephron. Stay well, study well, and if you face any trouble or if I say anything wrong in the entire lecture, please do let me know. I shall try my level best to adjust all these things in the next level. So take care, stay well, bye.